Good morning, children. So this is our next chapter in our MCD textbook, Harris and the Maze by Jerome K. Jerome. Moving to the author, Jerome K. Jerome, he was an English writer and humorist. He is known for his comic travelogue, Three Men in a Boat. This is one of the most famous books published by Jerome K. Jerome. He was born in England. And his childhood was not as nice as we think. He had a very sad childhood. He was suffering from poverty, and he tried his hand on various occupations, and in his 20s he was able to publish some work, and then the success followed him. Most of the if you go through his books, we can see like most of his books the setting will be in the river Thames only, and it is through this book Three Men in a Boat, which was published in 1889, made him famous. And he wrote many fiction, non-fiction and plays also. Now the chapter that we have, Harris in the Maze, is just a part which is taken from the textbook, which is taken from the story Three Men in a Boat. So before going to our story, we need to know about Three Men in a Boat also. It is a humorous account by the writer Jerome K. Jerome, and this tells us about 2-week boating holiday on the Thames River. So the setting of the story is in Thames River only, for the Three Men in a Boat. And when he started writing this book, he wanted to make it a serious travel guide with the accounts of local history along the route and everything. But as you know, there will be some inborn qualities in a writer which will influence him when somebody starts writing. So like that, the humorous elements took over to the point where the serious and somewhat sentimental passages seem a distraction to the comic novel. Now, if you this book is available in our library also, and if you have seen this, if you have read this book, you can see it is based on Jerome himself. The narrator is Jerome K. Jerome only, and his two real-life friends, George Wingrave, who would become a senior manager at Barclays Bank, and Carl Henschel. He is called Harris in the book. He is the founder of London printing business, with whom Jerome often took boating trips. Now, we already had a discussion in the class. Before starting the story, we already had the discussion about the different leaders. It is Don Quixote's. It is said Don Quixote's. So Don Quixote's, Adolf Hitler or Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, so here it is Don Quixote is what you call an influential work of literature, Spanish literature. Don Quixote. It is not Quixote, it is pronounced as Quixote. It's a Spanish name. So it is one of the literary figures in Spanish literature, who's actually who believed in the world of imagination than the real world. Okay, so do you think he is he can be a good leader? Whether he a person who lives in a world of imagination, whether that person can be a real a good leader, or do you think if you say he was an honest person, proud and idealistic, he wanted to save the world also, but just like his intelligence, as intelligent as he was mad also. And he ends up in an isolated figure and lovable old man whose strength and wisdom have failed him. So do you think Don Quixote is a good leader? Okay, and do you think Adolf Hitler is a good leader? You might have heard about Adolf Hitler, the most cruel man of the 20th century, whose dangerous ambition and ego led to the deaths of thousands of people on the battlefields and in the gas chambers and in the concentration camps. These are all things you might have heard about. Now, coming to Muhammad bin Tughlaq, you might have heard about his Tughlaq dynasty and everything. So he decided to shift his kingdom from Delhi, and he spent huge amounts of wealth also for that. And then later he was forced to shift to Delhi itself, which caused great hardships for the common man. So all of them, like whether you whether you take Don Quixote or Adolf Hitler or Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So in all these leaders, you can see some, like, some foolishness in their actions. So what are the qualities that you think which should be possessed by a good leader? Think about it. Now coming, this is the story in the, like we have already shown you one video also about the story. So the story begins with Harris asks Jerome if he has ever been in the maze at Hampton Court. Harris tells the story of the time he went there. So the story is about that. Harris takes his cousin from the countryside to the maze. Even though they have a map, they quickly get lost. People follow him thinking he knows the way out. It turns out he doesn't, and the maze keeper has to come lead everyone out. So this is the story. Now, before we like when you after reading the story, you can see all these elements of that story. Where does the story take place? It takes place in River Thames, like as three men in a boat, and Hampton Court, because as it is the journey they reach Hampton Court, and in the Hampton Court, to be specific, in Garden Maze only. And we have the characters Jerome K. Jerome, the narrator itself, Harris and George in the story. But the chapter that is taken from Three Men in a Boat, in your lesson Harris in the Maze, we have Harris and then the mob who follows Harris, and then the maze keeper who, like, the young keeper who comes in the beginning, and then the old maze keeper. Plot means different scenes of the story. You can see, like in the very first scene of the story, where Harris and Jerome K. Jerome having a discussion when he asked like whether he had been to a maze and all, and then Harris describing the story. And then the second part takes place in that maze itself, where he takes his cousin to the maze, and you can see, like, the other people, the crowd already who had been waiting there for 3 long hours following him. And then in the next part you can see, like, he taking these people Harris is also not sure about the exit of the maze, but his overconfidence. He tries to take these people out of the maze, and then you can see all the troubles that they are undergoing. Like, they reach the same place only, center only, and people getting infuriated. And in the ending, towards the ending, like, they asking, like, to use. He shows the map throughout. Like, I have the map. He has the tool, but he has no idea about the maze. And then in the end, towards the end, you can see, like, he taking the young keeper comes. The people call this young keeper, who is also just like the character of Harris, not able to take them out, as he is new in his profession. And then they wait till the old keeper comes and rescues them. Now the theme, it can be about the overconfidence of Harris, and look before you leave. Before you take any help or something, you need to think about it twice. Do not trust people blindly like these followers trusted Harry. And this also discusses about the poor leadership qualities of Harris. Now, the conflict of the story. It's conflict in the sense like something that is keeping your interest alive throughout the story. Whether these people will find the exit. Yes, it is possible that a story can have more than one conflict also. And finally, they are out of the maze. Now we need to know about the character of Harris also. Harris is the third man of the 3 men and tends to be the butt of jokes more often than the others do. Okay, so as we have already discussed about Harris, his overconfidence nature, his boasting nature, and we also need to hear about his leadership qualities, okay, and everything. So here I have written, like, about 3 men in a boat. So you can go through this slide also, but you need to give importance to the character of Harris in our specific story in the Harris and the Maze, where Harris plays an important role, where he showcases his poor leadership qualities, his overconfidence nature, and everything. I hope this lesson is quite clear. Thank you, children.